you can call him the dog whisperer of Corpus Christi, but this guy goes by K-9 Coach, a professional dog trainer. Our Sabrina Hall is hanging out with him live this morning at Cole Park. Good morning, Sabrina.
Good morning, Regina. And if you're thinking about getting a puppy, of course, they can provide you with an endless amount of joy, but also, of course, some problems, because no dog is perfect. And if you do come into some problems, you might call the K-9 Coach yourself. This is Floyd Swiden, and he's been telling me that the breed a family chooses is actually very important.
Very important. You need to know what your house is going to be like with them there. Is your house large enough? Do you have a schedule that allows you to take them for walks? Is your dog depends on you for their exercise, for getting out and seeing what's on the other side of that fence, and just generally having fun.
Okay, so now if you have a family and you have some kids, what kind of breed should you be thinking about?
Well, there's no real rule of thumb about it, but look what your neighbors have got. And a lot of people stay with the larger breeds. You've got standard poodles, which are great around kids. Golden retrievers are perfect. You can poke them all day and they won't do anything wrong. You know, just read up on them and see what your neighbors have had. Go visit some dogs and see how they act around your children.
And you say there are some dogs that are extremely smart if you want to teach them tricks.
There's some that are really smart. There's a brain list of a man wrote years and years ago, and it has the Border Collie on top, the Standard Poodle second, German Shepherds third, Golden Retrievers fourth.
Now, if you're living in an apartment, should you aim for a smaller dog? Is that more appropriate?
It is size-wise, but if you're in an apartment, you still have to take them for a walk. Don't think that that's an out. Every day when you get home from work, take them for an hour walk if you can.
Okay, because I've seen some Great Danes in small apartments. Is that appropriate?
It is if there's a lot of apartments have dog parks, so that gives them an out for running free. Also, if you have more than one dog in your house, it gives them the chance to play with one another.
I have a question. There are some stereotypes, of course, with pit bulls, that they're more aggressive and they're dangerous around children. Do you happen to agree with any of that, or is there dogs people should be aware of?
Every breed has its one that gets them in trouble. You know, you can't just take one dog and say that that's the whole problem right there, because I see all the breeds that there are, and I've seen just as many bites from the, quote, you thought were friendly dogs.
Like the poodle.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so now if you have some problems with your dog, or you have some questions for the K-9 Coach, you can give him a call or go to his website, which is trainyourmutt.com. And every Friday, he's at Cole Park, and he has a class from 7 to 8, and he teaches completely for free, and everyone's welcome, even if your dog doesn't know anything.
Yes, it's a seminar that's question and answer. Come down, bring your dog, let me meet them. Let's practice and make friends with our dogs.
Okay, we're going to go over some behavior modification techniques coming up.
Well, does your dog not respond to your command when you call him? Or how about chewing on things and barking? No matter the problem, one man says he can fix it. It's Corpus Christi's K-9 Coach, and our Sabrina Hall is live with him this morning at Cole Park. Good morning, Sabrina.
Good morning, Regina. I'm hanging out here with Monty, a standard poodle, and he is a good dog. He's in advanced dog training class, but it turns out a few months ago he was really aggressive and actually beating up his roommate. That's not very nice.
No, it's not. He had a little problem with issues of accepting a roommate dog. He was a little mean to him, actually hurt him a couple of times.
Okay, but now you say he's doing a lot better.
He's doing much better. He's in a training course where we're keeping his mind occupied. We're also doing it in a manner where we're the masters, and when we tell him no, it means no.
Okay, now, of course, we're talking to Floyd Swiden. He is the K-9 Coach. Now, what do you do if you're trying to make your dog less aggressive? What tactics do you use?
Work them, you know, do the sit stays, do the down stays together with the other dog also, so they know that they're all part of the dog pack together working for you.
Okay. Now, you also showed me this can technique. What is this thing that you have?
It's an all-around way of saying no. If you don't have a leash or anything on your dog and they're doing something wrong that you don't like, 20 pennies, a little duct tape on top, a little shake like that is another way of saying no, sir. You're not supposed to do that.
Okay, and you're never supposed to hit your dog.
Never hit your dog. They don't understand why we would slap them in the first place.
And plus, they're going to associate that meanness with you.
With you, exactly, exactly.
Okay, but then this way, they're just hearing a loud noise.
A loud noise, and it's coming from you. It's part of the penalty. You know, no, don't make me do this.
Now, if you have a barker, is that the same tactic you use?
Same thing. Tell them to stop barking, shake the can every time they bark again.
Okay, now, my dog does not come to me. Great dog, but if I say, come here anyway, will not come. What do you do?
Well, coming when called is a big issue. They don't understand why they're supposed to come. Some of us make the mistake of calling our dog and then correcting them. Never do that. To teach your dog to come, get the flexi leash, which is the long retractable leash, clip that on, tell them to go play, let them sniff around, have some fun, read the newspaper, then call them, Fluffy, come. When they get to you, give a treat, tell them they're the best kid in the whole world. They'll understand, and they'll put 2 and 2 together, and they'll say, come equals treat. Oh, I can't wait to get over to my mama.
Okay, so those treats are the magic.
They are.
Magic key there, okay. Now, if you would like some help training your dog, the K-9 coach is here for you. Of course, you can go onto his website at trainyourmutt.com. And then every Friday night at 7 o'clock at night, he's out here and giving dogs a lesson completely for free.
Yes, I am.
Okay, and up next, we're going to be talking about potty training. So
if you love your dog, but its bad habits are driving you crazy, it may be time to get some help. And who better to come to the rescue than the K-9 coach? Now, Sabrina Hall is live at Cole Park with the dog professional himself and a new puppy there. Hello, Sabrina.
Hi, Regina. I'm hanging out with Kahuna, and he's only 13 weeks old, but guess what? He's pretty much potty trained at this point. And why? Because his father is the K-9 coach, of course, Floyd Swiden. Good morning.
Good morning.
So what did you do to get the dog to be properly potty trained?
Well, you start early. As soon as you bring your dog home, start up some type of a potty schedule. And what I mean by schedule is don't just leave the food and water down in front of him all day long. They don't know what to do with it.
Okay, so don't leave a bowl of dried food out all day?
You shouldn't. You know, make it more like nature. His mother's going to give him food 3 times a day, 4 on some of the breeds. So make a big deal about feeding him. Put his dinner down, tell him to have his dinner, let him eat it.
And usually dogs go to the bathroom right after they eat, right?
Soon after. They eat and they take a big drink of water, and a few minutes later they're going.
Okay, talk about crates. Some people think it's mean to crate your dog, but you're saying it's not mean.
It's not mean. It's like nature. Mama dog's going to dig a hole in the side of the mountain, and they're going to have the pups in there, and they're not allowed to potty in there. So it's a great place to not have accidents.
Okay, so every time you leave the house, should you put your dog in a crate?
You should, but make sure you're coming home reasonably. Make sure if you're going to work all day, try to have a noon person to come home and take them out if you can.
Okay, now you do this at any time you go out until maybe a month, and then you can start leaving them outside of the crate?
You can try it after that. You don't want to be too fast about it. At 3 weeks to a month is what it normally takes to get a dog well housebroken. There'll still be some accidents, and most accidents are human error. We didn't see the sign.
Okay, now you're supposed to catch your dog in the act and scold them, but if the dog is a secret peer, how do you let him know that he's doing a bad deed?
You really can't. If they peed around the other side of the bed and you happen to step in and discover it later on, you can't do anything. Don't call them back and correct them for anything like that.
Don't rub a nose in it.
No, that doesn't do it.
What I understand is that dogs don't have the ability, doesn't have reason or logic. They can't associate the pee with them.
Exactly, and they don't remember doing it. So make sure that after you food and water them, if they haven't gone to the bathroom outside, keep your eyes on them. Don't let them out of your sight. Okay,
and of course we are talking to the K-9 coach, and he's available for any kind of questions. You can go onto his website at trainyourmutt.com, and he also has a free class every Friday night at Cole Park at 7 o'clock.